alayhi wa sallam, he said, صَلُّوا كَمَا رَأَيْتُمُونِي أُصَلِّي. Pray as you see me praying. And so, as it relates to the salah, there is no action inside of the salah that we can do except that it was an action that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did. And this should be very simple and very easy to understand. And I remember that I was watching a lecture of a Shia scholar, Imam, speak about the salah. Because in my course of study, I wanted to understand the reason for the way that they pray and the justifications for the way that they perform what they call wudu. And the Imam, he said that there is a principle, a maxim. But the maxim that he used was completely opposite to the way in which Al-Sunnah wal Jama'ah understand. He said, as it relates for everything in the prayer, in worship, all of it is permissible unless a text or a post makes it impermissible. Stay with me. As it relates to the salah, any action that you do in it is permissible unless there is proof to make it haram. So he continued and he said, our Sunni brothers, they criticize us for the way in which we make our taslim. You know, we say, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. They make their taslim and they raise their hands 3 times, right? And their palms. He said, show me where we cannot do this. And I thought, very quickly, this is the complete 180 of the principle as it relates to the acts of worship. Because the real principle is, every act in worship is haram unless something comes to make it halal. Every act in the salah, every move that I do, from the takbir, to where I place my hands, to how I go into ruku', to what I say in ruku', to what I say upon raising, all of these actions, there must be a proof and an evidence to perform it. You cannot do as you like in the salah, and then say, show me where it's haram. Everyone would be making a salah different from one another. So the true principle is, and you should memorize this, as it relates to acts of worship, ibadah, any act of worship that you engage in is haram unless a proof comes to make it halal. And that helps us to be upon one page and one understanding. Imagine for a moment, you're standing behind the Imam and he's getting ready to lead the salah, and he goes like this. Allahu Akbar. What would you do? And you go to him and you say, what's this? He goes, prove that it's haram. I said, no, we don't, no. You have to prove that that's acceptable and permissible. This is the salah. And the Prophet said, Sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli, pray as you see me praying. So that means everything that we do in the prayer has to be in line, has to be exactly as the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam taught us. And why is it important that we ensure that the salah is sound and good? It is because the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam also said in another hadith that the first thing that the son of Adam will be questioned about on the day of judgment is what? The salah. This is as it relates to the affairs of Allah. Because in that same hadith, the Prophet, he continues and he says, and the first thing that man will be questioned about as it relates to their affairs between each other is the blood. So as it relates to the rights of Allah, the first thing Allah will ask you is not about fasting, it's not about your zakat, it's not about if you made hajj, it's not about if you read the Quran. As it relates to the haqq and the rights of Allah, the first thing that you will be asked about is the salah. And if it is good, everything is good. But as it relates to the rights of people, When Allah begins to look into your account and see the way in which you work with people, the first thing you will be questioned about is if you have shed blood unlawfully. Because this is a big deal. Because the blood is haram. Haram meaning sacred, not impermissible. I used to think to myself, why they call it Nashar al-Haram? Nashar is not haram, but haram is sacred, right? Sacred. The Prophet said, your honor, it's haram, it's sacred. Your blood is sacred.